The Globe Theater in Los Angeles is sold out. Everyone filing in here inside. Welcome to the countdown to Multiverse United.
Introducing first, from Imamori, Ehime, Japan, Yuya Uemura!
Our first action of the night here in downtown Los Angeles. Tom Hannafin joined by the Drama King Matthew Raywall and Ian Riccaboni of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and two young lions about to go at it here, Ian.
It's going to be a tremendous encounter. Yuya Uemura has graduated from the LA dojo. He's got his colors, he's got his stripes, so to say. Matt, you and I both see it on New Japan Strong each and every week.
That's right, we've seen a lot of him, we've seen a lot of this young man as well.
And his opponent, from Nottingham, England, Gabriel Kidd!
I should say two former young lions. This is their first time in a ring together since April of 2021. In fact, it's their 17th singles match together. Yuya and Kidd have also teamed together in tag team matches about a dozen times, so they know each other from all angles, and you can see there's some animosity that these two remember from 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's something about when you're in the trenches with somebody. I mean, you love just as hard as you hate, as you compete. Maybe hate's a strong word, but you definitely, there's that competitive mindset, proving you're the best in New Japan Pro Wrestling almost more than anywhere else.
Absolutely, and the training regimen that is put forth by Katsuyori Shibata for both of these individuals, it'll get you mentally fit, it'll get you physically fit, and I want to give credit to Gabriel Kidd, who took some time away from the sport, took some time away from wrestling, really got the mental part of his game ready. I'm really proud of him for doing that, and I just wanted to make sure that was said out loud.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it just further proof that, like, how important mental health is, not only for the everyday citizen, but for our athletes as well. As right now, Gabe Kidd has got a hell of a headlock here on Uemura and just dragging him all around the ring.
And really controlling Yuya, and one thing you and I have gotten accustomed to on Impact, Raywald, is that once Yuya gets going, he is very hard to stop. He's all about momentum. Right now, less than 10 minutes until Multiverse United, Only the Strongest Survive begins live exclusively here on Fight at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Man, right from the get-go, Kidd has controlled this match with fervor, forcing Yuya to get to the ropes, which is not something Yuya, a very proud young athlete, wants to have to do.
Absolutely. On New Japan Strong, we would see Yuya Uemura go toe-to-toe with some of the biggest and baddest wrestlers. I think back to about against Brody King, where he just went right for it, exchanging forearms, chops, you name it. So he's not going to back down. Surprising that he went to the ropes.
That's one of the wonderful things about the Young Lion program. If this is one of your first introductions to New Japan Pro Wrestling and you're hearing us talk about that, these young men go through the dojo system. The training, it's hard, it's tough, it's rigorous, and then they're put out there to face some of the best and brightest in New Japan Pro Wrestling, test their skills, trial by fire, Ian.
An absolute great exchange there. And Yuya, of course, coming off his last win on New Japan Strong was against Christopher Daniels, but Tom, he's been a mainstay here in Impact.
Absolutely, he's found some good opportunities here and there. He's run afoul of groups like The Design, and recently we saw at Sacrifice, he got involved in the situation between Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer. That's going to culminate at the Rebellion pay-per-view and Hardcore War. So Yuya has impressed a lot of people in Impact.
Absolutely, Yuya sitting under the tree of the likes of Tommy Dreamer, trying to learn everywhere he goes. Well, he's on this excursion here, a true excursion here in the USA, which is a very important part of any young lion's journey.
And Gabe Kidd, who is dangerous in any part of the ring, has Yuya trapped in the corner.
Oh, and down goes Yuya.
And did you see the way Yuya's leg almost got it caught up there as he tumbled to the floor? Might have a little bit of a hyperextension on that leg there as well.
Very close quarters here inside the Globe Theater. The official begins his count. Yuya's gotten to the count of 10 to get back inside the ring.
I absolutely love this atmosphere, boys. I mean,
yes.
the people are literally on top of you. They're still filing in for our show here tonight. This one is going to get rowdy.
Count of eight, rolls back inside. Yuya took his time, though, to collect himself. Oh, and there's Gabe Kidd on top of him.
Gabe Kidd, a tremendous athlete, and he has no off button. He will stay on you, going for the cover here.
Hook to the leg, kick out by Uemura.
He calls himself the Young Bull, does Gabriel Kidd, and he's showing why right now.
Just a taste of what this event is all about. We were thrilled last year to have the multiverse of matches this same weekend in Dallas, and now Multiverse United, Impact, and New Japan coming together. It's so special.
I think two of the best companies out there, pure pro wrestling, some of the best wrestlers in the ring on the planet. So to see them collide, it's gonna be a lot of pride on the line.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Lot's gonna go down here tonight at the Globe.
And Yuya firing back here, but it's Gabe Kidd. And the exchange. Oh, goodness. And this looks a lot different than it did the very first time they met in their 18th encounter here.
Open palm strike. Here's the cover by Kidd, hooked to the inside leg. Uemura able to kick out.
I mean, just to see the physical growth of both these athletes, Matt, it's been amazing.
Ferocity as he strikes this. If this is how the evening is starting, can you imagine where we're going to go from here?
I'm thinking Kenta and Suzuki will pick up
Oh
where this
yeah,
leaves off
100%.
for the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and not to mention the legend, the ace, the icon Tanahashi against Speedball Mike Bailey still to come.
Should be incredible. As Yuya connects across the chest of Gabriel Kidd. He's got some blisters of his own from that strike exchange. That knee a little hobbled. Charging in.
Uemura throwing his body at Gabe Kidd. Bulldog out of the corner. And this is what I was talking about. Building momentum. Very dangerous. Pressing the shoulders down. Kidd able to kick out.
Yuya here found a huge window, able to turn this thing around. He's got to keep his foot on the gas.
About 5 minutes now. Multiverse United, Only the Strong Survive will begin streaming live exclusively on Fight at 11 p.m. Eastern from here inside the Globe Theater, Ian, which has a very rich history in pro wrestling.
Absolutely, the home of Pro Wrestling Gorilla, but also events over the years. Really, some of the top young athletes have made their name here.
Back to the arm, off the drop kick. Very smart there by Uemura.
Yeah, short arm scissors. And really a signature again of that LA Dojo training, that simple but effective moves that will wear you down throughout a match.
Kidd gets to the bottom rope. That'll break up the submission. Has the damage been done, however?
Nice little payback there from early on in the match where Kidd forced Yuya to get to the ropes. Now Yuya forces Kidd to do the same.
Grabbing a hold of that wrist, really focusing on that shoulder and that elbow of Gabe Kidd.
Uemura was going after that very early on here in the matchup. We saw that headlock that Kidd tried to maintain. Uemura went back to the arm.
A little switch of the hips there. Now he's not done with Uemura here.
By slam.
Cover, hook to the inside leg again. Hooks the other leg, not enough to end Yuya's night.
Taito Nakabayashi in perfect position to make the count there.
Kidd, who's been desperate to get himself back to Japan to compete for the New Japan faithful. Calling himself the young bull after Tenzin. Can he fulfill that kind of a destiny? Start his path back to Japan here tonight.
Out of the top turnbuckle, Uemura there to meet Kidd here inside the Globe Theater. Sold out crowd still filing in. Now Uemura, what's he got in store here for Kidd? Oh, and a straight headbutt.
Might be a battle of footwork here. Who can keep their balance and avoid danger?
Oh, wait a minute. Is Uemura going out?
Yeah, front face lock here.
He's got him hung up there.
And the official applying the count there, and Kidd is not releasing. The official showing a lot of leniency here.
And he might be out. The wind may have escaped Yuya.
Now, but how is Kidd going to capitalize? He's got Yuya. Look at that.
And this is uncalled for.
Just disrespect.
Absolutely uncalled for. He's got a match to win in front of him. We know it. These young lions, once they graduate, yes, it's important to graduate, but you need to start winning matches once you graduate.
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say. Oh, and a strike right there by Yuya.
And Kidd might have just waited a little bit, allowed Yuya to get back into this one.
Oh, off the ropes. Wait a minute. Yuya controlling Kidd. That was beautiful.
Right into an arm drag, and now the overhead.
Trap the arms. Yuya's going up top.
All the way. Oh, Tom, he's got Gabe in his crosshairs here.
This is what he wants. Uemura, the cross body. Cover.
Got
Uemura
him.
beats Kidd.
Here is your winner, Yuya Uemura!
Sensational win for Yuya. We last saw him strong defeating Christopher Daniels, but here, picks up a win in Impact competition.
今日ゲイブリエルキッドと戦ってお互い成長してるっていうのが感じられました。ただ今新日本に魅力を感じる選手もいないし、僕はここで戦い続けます。I keep fighting here。僕のゴールはどんどんでかくなっているんで、多分もうみんな想像できないところに僕行っちゃいますよ。ありがとうございました。
So that's it, is it? I just come back from a match. Yuya Uemura, you want me to talk about Eddie Kingston? Well, let's talk about Eddie Kingston then. Let's talk about Eddie Kingston. I wrestled you, when was it now? December 2021. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Eddie? A lot has happened in that time. A lot has happened with me. It's been pretty well documented what's happened to me, but we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. I've got something to say to you. Because in the match where you beat Jay White, in the match where you kicked Jay White out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, you said something, didn't you? What was it that you said? Jay White doesn't understand New Japan Pro Wrestling like me. Jay White doesn't understand pro wrestling like you. Jay White doesn't understand New Japan Pro Wrestling like you. I'm going to say that one more time. Jay White doesn't understand New Japan Pro Wrestling like you. Are you having a laugh? Are you on a joke thing? What are you talking about? Jay White doesn't know New Japan Pro Wrestling like you. What, you read a few books, watched a few documentaries, you think you know what goes on? Jay White lived in the dojo for a year and a half. Have you ever lived in the dojo for a year and a half? I lived in the dojo for a year and a half straight. You want to talk about that? You want to tell me about New Japan Pro Wrestling? Nah, let's not even go there, Eddie, because it's well documented what happened to me. And the fact that you go online and the fact you say, oh, Japanese pro wrestling saved my life, when you haven't even been there, is a joke. It's a joke, because it's well documented that it nearly ended mine. I'm not playing around now. I'm not playing any more games. April 16th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Eddie Kingston versus Gabriel Kidd, round 2. The match that everyone's talking about. You want to know about New Japan Pro Wrestling? You think that you know more about it? So let's have a look then. Let's see. Let's see if you really know New Japan Pro Wrestling better than me. Let's see it, because I've been there. I learned it directly from the source, and I tell you, Eddie, I'm coming to take your head off because it is my time. I'm done waiting, I'm done playing games. I've already told you I'm done playing games. This is my time, Gabriel Kidd's time, and I will show you exactly what fighting spirit truly means.
New Japan Pro Wrestling returns to Las Vegas, Nevada. Saturday, October 28th, it is Fighting Spirit Unleashed in Sam's Town Live. Witness Sanada, Tetsuya Naito, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Eddie Kingston, Julia, Shingo Takagi, Tama Tonga, and the stars of CMLL. Tickets are available right now at Ticketmaster.com.
World-class junior wrestlers coming to the 2300 Arena August 19th for the All-Star Junior Festival USA. And on August 20th, New Japan Pro Wrestling teams up with Impact Wrestling for Multiverse United 2. See the stars of Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tickets on sale now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Moose Nation, he is the Wrestling God, Moose!
第3試合シングルスマッチを行います。
Seeing Moose's rise from the NFL to the ranks of professional wrestling, we saw it firsthand in Ring of Honor. That growth continued in Impact. I know he's been at the top of the card, a marquee attraction. And it brings me great joy to once again call him Moose Match, because he's just been unstoppable, sensational here in Impact.
Not only that, Moose has a strong, he does, whether you like his attitude or not, has a strong respect and history with New Japan Pro Wrestling as well, constantly looking for ways to test himself, and his opponent here tonight is a good way to do exactly that.
And his opponent from Honolulu, Hawaii, the Imperial Unit, Jeff Cobb.
The United Empire is in a position to take over the weekend. And that starts with the Imperial Unit, Jeff Cobb. I know fans were disappointed Will Ospreay declared out of action, but Jeff Cobb more than willing and ready, a former never openweight champion, former TV champion, Ring of Honor, to step into an Impact ring and show what he's all about here.
And to your point, Ian, you say United Empire could take home the weekend now that only Jeff Cobb here. Of course, Aussie Open is in that Impact World Tag Team title match later on, and that speaks to the value and the talent in that group, that when the leader, Will Ospreay, is out with an injury, they still have the opportunity to step up and rule.
And don't be fooled by either size difference, whether it's the height differential from Moose to Jeff Cobb or the weight and muscle definition, the thickness between Cobb to Moose. Both men will neutralize either advantage very quickly. And I think it comes out in the wash, to borrow a football term.
That's right, it's reach versus strength. I mean, but again, both guys big, both guys strong, but yeah, Moose has that length and that reach, and Cobb is he is a walking tank.
Moose just glides in the ring. But he just running into a brick wall right now with Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the strategy, Moose. But now, yeah,
for Cobb, it's not quite working either.
Standing up to the power of Jeff Cobb as well. Both these guys, nobody giving an inch.
Leapfrog, I missed that. Wow!
Beautiful drop kick by Moose, and it's something to consider. We talked about it on Impact Wrestling Live on Access TV earlier on tonight, is that Moose has had 2 televised matches in Impact since late February. A singles match at No Surrender, and then a tag team match at the night before Sacrifice, just a little over a week ago. Meanwhile, he flew in last night. He had a chance that he used to be in here in LA. Meanwhile, Jeff Cobb, like yourself, was in St. Louis last night, battling for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, and had to fly here to Los Angeles today.
I was on those flights with Jeff Cobb, Tom, and they weren't pretty. We both had to wake up about 3:30 a.m. For whatever it's worth, normally something like that, Jeff Cobb would maybe get a nap, maybe check into the hotel. Jeff Cobb competed earlier today already, was victorious in 6-man action.
Amazing.
So taking on a second match here tonight against Moose. So it's interesting because I see it both ways. I see it as Cobb could be the hot hand because he's riding a wave of momentum and maybe he doesn't feel the pain as much because the adrenaline's already up. Or maybe he hits a wall and crashes hard here against Moose.
And Moose, I believe, relatively fresh. And again, it's just hats off to these competitors. I know that type of schedule becomes commonplace for professional wrestlers. Ray, well, you know what it's all about, but still, to put all this on the line for Impact, for New Japan, for this sold-out crowd here tonight, it's so special.
I mean, we're talking about Jeff Cobb. This is somebody who was competing in the New Japan Cup not too long ago. Was eventually eliminated, but it took every member of the House of Torture to get involved. His United Empire teammates were taken out, and the Great Hulk Khan himself was even handcuffed at ringside. So Cobb was all on his lonesome against multiple enemies. This is the kind of athlete the Imperial Unit is.
And not for nothing, too, Jeff Cobb just welcoming a twin boy, twin girl into the world. Oh! Big drop kick. So he's got that new dad.
He's definitely not sleeping.
Yeah, cover gets 1.
Look out!
Oh my God!
Standing moonsault, 2.
We talked about giving maybe a little bit of the speed, athleticism advantage to Moose, but I don't know. Cobb busting that moonsault out, meeting Moose where he's at.
Cobb really made his name in this part of the lower 48. Of course, in a Hawaiian, but oh goodness. Really started to grab attention with wrestling company Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Of course, they now reside here in the Globe. Moose, there's nowhere to go.
No, not when you have a massive muscle and humanity on you like that.
You see the official putting his hands up. He knows there's nothing he can really say to Jeff Cobb. There's nothing illegal about what he's doing, but it's certainly annoying to Moose.
And we know Moose doesn't have a lot of patience for being annoyed. His recent battles with Joe Hendry are a perfect example of that.
I tuned in for that, but the VR.
Oh yeah,
it really caught Moose off guard.
Combat match.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is a very different scenario though.
Certainly is.
Moose, come, boom!
Wow!
Drop kick right to the head of Cobb.
Hesitated in the air, floated there almost for a minute.
And he was above the top rope when he came down.
The leap, the reach, the vertical of Moose. All that stuff has stayed with him from his professional athlete days.
And in some ways may have even gotten stronger because it's now functional in ways that it wasn't before in the pro wrestling ring. As Cobb, second rope on the inside.
Oh, look out.
Whoa!
Win here.
2. And just 2 for Moose.
Cobb managing to stay in this one.
Beautiful sky high there out of the corner. Moose loves to go to that. I think of the power to get Jeff Cobb up from that position for Moose. I know he's got the height, but still.
It's not just the weight either, Tom, because it's that low center of gravity that Cobb has where he can just sink those hips. So you got to have a little extra juice there.
And now Moose could be looking to line Jeff Cobb up here for that spear.
Oh, nobody home. Nobody home. That shoulder goes right into the turnbuckle.
You see Moose there. He's checking his hand there again, making sure he's still got feeling in that arm. But he just drove shoulder first into the turnbuckle.
And Cobb, a fan favorite here in Southern California, like we said, really made his name in the Los Angeles area.
Has had a lot of classic matchups in this area, made a lot of fans and a lot of friends. Wait, hold on here. You've got to be kidding me. I know he's strong, but there ain't no way!
Wow! Cobb has driven Moose through the center of the ring.
And look at Moose trying to move his hands, trying to get some feeling back in his extremities.
His spine might be shattered.
2. And bridging out. And Tom, you mentioned that Moose's schedule hasn't been as rigorous as Jeff Cobb. Do you think there's any rust? Do you think there's any cobwebs that he has to shake off here?
It's entirely possible, but Moose, as you mentioned multiple times, keeps himself in tip-top shape. A lot of it is ego for Moose, is that he believes he is a special attraction. And while I do agree with that to a degree, Moose makes sure that everybody at Impact knows that and that they worship the ground that he walks on.
He does have very cool hats. I like his hats.
Oh! Forum Connects, I remember that from 2 Januaries ago when I joined you down in Florida.
Those were good times.
Yeah, that's one thing that stuck with me beyond the good times themselves.
Well, not a good time for either one of these guys. They're trying to knock each other's lights out here. Center of the ring.
Ooh, wow! Right through the jaw of Moose.
To be fair, the fact that Moose is even up after that incredible superplex from Jeff Cobb is a testament to him as an athlete here. Both these guys pulling out all the stops. Oh! Tried to build up that momentum, just gave an opening there.
Oh, and a roll up, 2. Clothesline caught now. Cobb with a backslide here as Moose, 2.
Moose able to get out of that one. It's not easy. Headbutt now.
That's
to
one
the
way
jaw.
That's one way to block a
Oh,
God!
Moose responds.
Wow! And ducks the clothesline here. Cobb, double axe, no clothesline misses. Ooh! And clotheslines again at both men.
Oh my God!
And we may have hit the reserve tank for both men here.
Both these guys not going down. The sheer force with which they collided drove their carcasses from the ring.
For the bulk of this match, it's been about dead even between these two.
And I think one of the telltale signs for me is on that kip up. Moose lost his balance. Jeff Cobb couldn't get back up. So it comes as no surprise in hindsight that both men spill out to the outside of the ring after that collision.
Kind of 20 here from the official from New Japan.
That's right, from Taito, yeah.
Stalemate of strength here on display at Multiverse United.
And Moose back to his feet first, trying to drive the downward force. Cobb having to punch up, connects with a forearm. Right now it feels like Moose has a little bit more juice behind his shots, Matt.
Back and forth, back and forth. Ain't nobody here with a glass jaw. None's gonna crack here. But who's gonna give? Something's gotta.
And Cobb, 3-4 in a row. Now fireman's carry position. It's Moose sending Cobb into the corner. Charging in. And he's got Cobb reeling.
He's gotta keep that going though. He's gotta keep his foot on the gas here as he now puts the Imperial unit up on the top rope. Maybe looking to repay that superplex from Cobb.
In the globe, we are almost in the lights. We are almost in the balcony here.
Almost in the disco balls.
Yeah, that's how high we're talking.
Oh, now Moose sent down tailbone first by Cobb.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my God, Moose isn't done. Moose going up top.
Immediately leaps back to the top rope, pulls Jeff Cobb up, and superplex, shaking the ring.
The composure of Moose was tested on that leap to the top. He delivered with the superplex. Can he compose his breath, catch his breath, control his breathing? Because he's got a real opportunity to put Jeff Cobb away.
These two have shook the rafters of the Globe Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
Moose back up to his feet. Thinking about a spear, perhaps again. Cobb just getting back up to his feet. Moose rushes in again.
Gets out of the way though.
Oh! Takes the head off of Cobb. The agility of Moose. Oh!
Did he get enough?
2.
Wait. The strength of Jeff Cobb. Look at this.
Just tearing him from the mat.
Oh my God!
Well over 300 pounds.
The Moose recovering and countering.
Oh! Aloha means goodbye. The tour of the islands. 2. Got him.
Here is your winner, Jeff Cobb.
What an absolute showcase of strength that you can even imagine outputting. Jeff Cobb and Moose did everything they could.
Leaving it all in the ring. Tom, there was moments in that match where it was a coin flip, but it could have gone in either direction.
And we talked about some of the advantages for Moose coming into this, the rigorous schedule of Jeff Cobb. But Cobb able to get the win.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Today, Moose, I felt like I was hit by a moose. I give you credit where credit is due. There's a reason why you are a prime athlete. There's a reason why you are an elite NFL player. And there's a reason why you have the nickname Wrestling God. But tonight, you ran into a unit, an Imperial unit. Now, this was my first dipping of the toes into Impact. Maybe, just maybe, Jeff Cobb can join the fray and make an impact. I don't know. See, Aussie Open's making an impact. United Empire can make an impact when we want. So again, Moose, if I already put you out to pasture, but if you want to wander into my yard again, nibble on my berries, hey, I'll send you back again. Enjoy the islands, Moose.
Jeff Cobb. Out.
NJPW Academy at the LA Dojo. Looking to start your journey or add to your existing knowledge? NJPW Academy is the place to be. There's only one place to get New Japan strong, and that's the NJPW Academy. Head to njpw1972.com for more information.
I want you for NJPW Academy.
All right, keep up the hard work, guys. Hey, Royce, where's this one going?
Parts unknown.
Tocon Shop Global. We ship worldwide.
Why, buddy? You finished those Okada orders yet?
Yeah, with the new Team Filthy shirt, papi.
Genius. Eso, mi gente.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
And I couldn't miss it. Plus, one of these ladies are going to be the #1 contender for the Knockouts World Championship, and I need to know who that's going to
The
be.
following contest is a fatal four-way match scheduled for one fall, in which the winner will receive a Knockouts title opportunity at Rebellion. Introducing first, from Moscow, Russia, Masha Slamovich!
For those that don't know, it was announced last week our colleague here, Mickey James, suffering an injury, was unable to defend her championship and sacrifice and was slated to defend the title tonight. So what's going to happen is come Rebellion, that's Sunday, April 16th, live in Toronto on Fight Gear and on pay-per-view. The Knockouts World title will be...
And her opponents, introducing first, the quintessential diva, Giselle Shaw!
Now, Mickey, if you are cleared to compete, you will defend the championship in a triple threat match against Jordan Grace, who is supposed to defend the title against Sacrifice, and the winner of this matchup. If you're not medically cleared to compete, you will have to hand the championship to the winner of this match versus Jordan Grace.
Yeah, and which is really frustrating. Thank you for saying that. And here's the thing. Even in this match, I have beaten every single woman with the exception of this woman who's coming out right now.
Next, from Fukuoka, Japan, Miyu Yamashita!
Great, well, you and I had a chance to see the Impact debut of Miyu Yamashita earlier on tonight live on
Yamashita! It's nothing short of impressive. You gotta watch out for those nasty, destructive kicks. She'll knock your lights out, and if she comes to Rebellion, Mickey, and you're there, you better
And
rock
finally,
out.
from Hackettstown, New Jersey, the virtuosa,
Speaking of one of
Diana
the biggest thorns in my side, which no bad bones, she saved me recently. I know you're biased.
Astonishing, by the way.
I'm at a loss for words over it, honestly.
Hit the floor that night.
For those that don't know, Mickey James is defending the Knockouts World Championship against Giselle Shaw a number of weeks ago on Access TV. Deonna Purrazzo was on commentary, hopped off of commentary to get rid of Jay Vidal and Savannah Evans, and actually assisted you in retaining your championship.
I can't imagine that was on purpose. I just can't.
I mean, we knew the history, that she had with Giselle Shaw and Jay Vidal, Savannah Evans, all that rivalry going on for Deonna Purrazzo, but still, considering all the history between you two, it was still a shock to see her get in there.
Yeah, it sure was.
This is a four-way matchup, no countouts, no disqualifications. First woman to gain pinfall or submission in the ring will move on to Rebellion to compete for the Knockouts World Championship.
Very, very tenuous situation here.
Whoa. It really is going to be any woman's ball game out there because these women are...
And I think to your point earlier, Mickey, I think Miyu Yamashita here is kind of the X factor. A lot, Deonna, Masha, Giselle, they all know each other pretty well, share a locker room on a regular basis here at Impact. But now we have this new and exciting X factor in Miyu.
Absolutely, which is one of the reasons why I was really excited about this match, and it's really bummed out to not be a part of it because I've never been in the ring with Miyu before, and I was really excited. It's Multiverse United. We're coming together. We're putting on this awesome pay-per-view, and I wanted an opportunity to be in there with her, and now I'm not. So it's all right.
Down goes Slamovich. Shaw rolling outside the ring. No surprise there, as we're all accustomed to Giselle Shaw's antics. And now look at this. Deonna Purrazzo across the ring from Miyu Yamashita.
And a sign of respect there between two of the best known technical wrestlers on the planet.
Absolutely. Well, you could never take that away from Deonna. I mean, I'm sure you know firsthand, but I will say every time I've been in with Deonna, she's blown me away. She is absolutely one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I'll never forget my first night in Impact. Hard to Kill 2022, the fantastic Texas death match between you two for the Knockouts World Championship.
You mean that night I beat Deonna for the championship?
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what else you did for my broadcast
Don't.
You smashed him
Sang
in the
me a
head
song
with a guitar.
I don't want to take away from what these ladies are out there doing in the ring, but I did bash
They're doing
her
a little
head in.
smash into their own. You did. And whoa! Miyu tried to cave in the head of the Virtuosa.
See?
Now Purrazzo trying to pick up steam, and Giselle Shaw picking at Purrazzo from the outside.
Well, Mickey, if Miyu's able to land one of those nasty kicks, maybe you could be in the ring with her come Rebellion if everything works out that way.
Well, you never know. But here comes Giselle, always the opportunist. Always the opportunist.
Look at that, just high-facing Yamashita in the center of the ring.
Shaw trying to go for strike with Yamashita. What do you think about that?
That is a dangerous game that she just paid dearly for.
And listen, Giselle can be a heavy hitter. She can throw a lot of fantastic strikes.
Oh, absolutely.
But the Pink Striker is a completely different beast.
There's the denouement. Put many opponents away, but the skull kick of Miyu Yamashita is very, very, very different.
Purrazzo with a baseball slide goes after Yamashita and Shaw, and now Slamovich through the ropes. Who making you tangled with Slamovich and no surrender.
And a different type of animal. And you have to say, listen, Masha actually has been to Japan many times, so she is very familiar. Wow!
Giselle Shaw, like
that
a
scared
cyclone.
me. She was like a corkscrew. I legit screamed. I'm so sorry.
Well, hey, that's the kind of action we want to put out here at Multiverse United.
Scrambling inside to move on to Rebellion to challenge for the Knockouts World title and a kick out.
And I mean, it's sequences like that, it's athleticism like that that make the Knockouts the best women's division in the planet, in my opinion.
You got that right.
Now Shaw. History between these two as of late, between No Surrender and Sacrifice, a series of one-on-one matches that's drawn even. And look at Masha with a kick.
Talked about the kicks of Miyu. Well, Masha's got a few of her own.
You know, Masha is a buzzsaw out there, and she's so nasty with her strikes.
I'll never forget the matchup that got Masha Slamovich signed here to Impact Wrestling.
Deonna!
Was against Deonna Purrazzo.
Ooh!
Such great opponents here, and now look out the moonsault!
There's the cover to move on to Rebellion. And it's broken up by Yamashita.
Can I just say I am loving this new side of Deonna. She's showing me things that I just never seen her even do before.
I mean, that's the definition of a virtuoso.
There you go again.
I never thought I'd hear pleasantries between you and Purrazzo.
Don't know what is happening right now. It must be something in the water down here.
Oh! Nearly caved in the face of Slamovich.
Standing switches there. Shaw sent off. Now Yamashita.
Oh!
What a knee!
Shaw could be out.
That's it.
Shaw was trying to scramble out of the ring. Here's the cover. Is it Yamashita going to Rebellion and broken up by Purrazzo?
Purrazzo saw that last minute. That could have easily been it. Yamashita punching her ticket to Rebellion.
The tickets are on sale now at ImpactWrestling.com for Rebellion Sunday, April 16th, live in Toronto on pay-per-view in Fight, and also Fallout from Rebellion on Monday, April 17th. You do not want to miss it. First time back in Toronto since 2019.
Oh my God! Oh! Wow.
Everybody thinking the same things here. Oh!
Well, I can tell you one thing. Whoever wins this match absolutely deserves that #1 contender spot. I can't take that away from them.
And let's not forget about Jordan Grace, part of the equation. Can only imagine what she thinks. Mickey looking on at a match like this.
Well, I hope she's watching because she's going to be out there, but I hope you're not counting me out.
Absolutely not.
Please don't count me out because, you know, I feel good and I'm hoping the doctor will say that I'm cleared to wrestle, but I don't want to just hand over the championship. I really don't.
That's a wrestler's worst case scenario. We're hoping for the best, but either way.
Oh, and here we go. Sean, Purrazzo, Yamashita, and Slamovich.
It's breaking down here. Waves of violence back and forth between all 4 of these competitors.
Now Slamovich, with the spinning back fist. Purrazzo on the move. And down goes Slamovich.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it.
Bojuwa armbar here by
That's
Purrazzo.
locked in. We know how tough Slamovich is, but for how long can she hold on?
Oh,
Whoa!
Slamovich trying to turn it into a pin. Purrazzo rolled out.
Counter there from Slamovich. Now back to Yamashita and Purrazzo.
Yamashita didn't get all that on Purrazzo in the corner. Senoff caught all that one.
Oh! So did Shaw.
Oh, what an uppercut by Shaw. We talked about her striking ability.
Now, maybe looking to put this one away. Wait, look out below.
Blocked by Slamovich. Oh, and a destroyer!
Snap!
Center of the ring!
Cover her, Masha. What are you doing?
Yeah, that this is Masha's time, but now decides to go after Purrazzo here.
That might have been a fatal mistake right there.
Not been. Purrazzo with a German suplex, but holds on.
Maybe string a few of these together.
Another one.
Shades of our Impact Wrestling World Champion, the walking weapon there.
Wow.
And now Slamovich caught by the Virtuoso. Is it time for the Queen's Gambit, the pile driver?
Looking to load it up here. Slamovich fighting though. Ooh! Stomps the foot. Look out.
Oh, an air raid crash into the bottom turnbuckle. Oh, and the skull kick.
Oh! The denouement from Giselle Shaw.
And now Purrazzo. He's going for the Queen's Gambit yet again.
Back and forth. Can she get it now? Wait, ooh!
Whoa.
What a powerbomb by Purrazzo.
And follows it up. The exclamation point, the Queen's Gambit. That's gotta be.
Cover. Purrazzo is going to Rebellion.
Your winner and receiving a knockout title opportunity at Rebellion, Diana Purrazzo.
Virtuosa against 3 other very game competitors has earned her spot at Rebellion.
If Mickey James
I wouldn't do that.
is medically clear come Rebellion, it will be James, Purrazzo, and Grace for the Knockouts World Championship. However, if James is not clear, it'll be Grace versus Purrazzo to crown a new Knockouts World Champion at Rebellion.
No matter which way you toss it, you're gonna have knockdown, drag out some of the best women's wrestling action in the world come Rebellion.